Hey, look, we banned Ash this game. Guess we're not going to first pick it.
Initially, I think it was.
We successfully banned the Ash.
You know, that can be the difference maker, but some of the later plays just got straight up outplayed. The sidestep from carry on the Shuriken, for example, that could be been a moment where maybe that is a flex pick. And I also want to echo what Orcs was saying as well. The bot lane matchup needs to be played.
Okay, we're still banning out Faker champs, Nico and Hui. Okay, Faker hasn't played Hui. Maybe he's been playing in solo queue, or they want to take the Azir away and don't want that counter matchup. All 3 AD carries banned, so we are going to take the Kalista. This feels like we're going to take Kalista Ezreal. Nope, we're actually going to play a solo lane Kalista. All right. Nope, we're just going to give them Varus. We're going to give them Rel this time. Now they can ban Sejuani. And we get the Orianna, Faker's best champion this year so far.
You can sort of see why the Aatrox would have a fair bit of value.
What's the support tech, guys? Is it just, I mean, this is a flex, clearly. Like, Rel can be played support also.
And would probably require a lot more attention from his specials.
Tahm Kench. Okay, so we're just going to play Varus Tahm Kench because there's a Vi in the game. Come on, dude. Guys, you know Keria is a TK wonder, right? Yet you take the Vi, but we ban Gnar and Nautilus? Why are you doing this to me, Dplus? Of course he's going to pick Tahm Kench. It also has value, you know, versus the Rakan. Also, who the fuck is supposed to do damage? Who is supposed to do damage? Where is the damage? This comp doesn't make sense. Where is it? Where is the damage? Where is the damage? Where is it? Where is it? What's the point of having the Karma speed buff in mid lane? I guess they're just going to play a pick composition with this, but it's like a really shitty pick composition. It's like a really shitty pick composition. Because here's the thing, you can speed somebody up to get a pick like you would with a Sivir with Karma, but your lockdown is only Vi and maybe a Rakan follow-up, right? It's so painful. Like, you literally are one damage source composition, and Xayah takes a long time to get online. She doesn't get online until like 2-3 items.
The value of the Vi really is going to be pretty substantially mitigated. Same for the Rakan. If you have the ability to just eat your carries, and I gotta say, the T1 composition, you have great hard engage. You have what
Corki's a lot better than the Karma pick here, I think.
Both gets it front line, and
Azir is better than the Karma pick here.
The shielding from Orianna as well as obviously the Kench. That one is the no-brainer. And then you have that can be used to get
Corki Eclipse interaction got nerfed, not on this patch it didn't. It's 14-2.
Front to back of T1 with this composition, I think is going to be really tough to deal with.
Indeed. I am a little bit worried for Dplus with the fact that you mentioned that it's Showmaker that has to get himself ahead, but mitigating matchups has been something that Faker has really grown to be the best at. In the world, he can just make sure that you're stuck in lane, and even if he's not necessarily winning, he makes you stick around. He means that you're not able to get around and help the rest of your map, and Faker's teammates have been pretty good. As we saw in the last game, especially on that bottom side. Maybe it's this game that we'll see a bit more of Zeus, who is now on the Aatrox. Something that Kingen used to great effect. We'll see whether he does use his skin as well. That would be a definite
would love that.
way to play that mental.
I do really dislike this draft, though, for Dplus.
All right. Already, we see down, but he will be all right. This is dangerous though. As you can see, avoids the Q, and just they'll accept a few members of Dplus making their way down, but he will be all right. This is dangerous though. As you can see, avoids the Q, and just they'll accept the ghost and let him go.
And I think Uma should be pretty happy. Obviously, they weren't aware that he was there. I think, so actually able to make out his way. Only has to use his Ghost, which isn't going to be the end of the world. Is lethal tempo, as expected. You have a lot of extras, and he struggles with a lot. Be a complete nuisance here. Yep. See if he's able to maybe reset a timer here, put Lucid on the back foot, right?
We've seen this a lot in LCK, guys. We've seen this a lot in LCK. So Zeus likes to do this. He did this with Yone as well. And it was actually into this exact matchup. So when Zeus sees a Cassante Vi combo starting at blue buff, he invades. Because Vi is, as everybody knows on my stream, turd. Before level 3.
As Zeus is...
And so there's really nothing they can do about an Aatrox or a Yone coming in. So this is actually something that Dplus should be aware of, because Zeus has done this before in this exact situation.
Deciding to be a complete nuisance here. Yep. See if he's able to maybe reset a timer here, put Lucid on the back foot right from the get-go.
He's able to do so.
So it's just so annoying because like they can't do anything because Vi has W.
Make their way back to the lane.
They do know this is happening, but I
Oh
don't
god, and now Owner's like on his invade bullshit. It's so good.
Stop that one.
It's so good by
The
T1.
thing here is that Lucid specifically went...
Vi is so abusable at level 1 and level 2.
On Vi.
How do you...
This, look how much time this buys because they're starting Raptors. This is such a good level 1 from T1. So he hits level 2, doesn't use Smite, and now you just have Q Smite Rel in the enemy jungle on a delayed Vi. This is mwah, 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 mwah. Why don't they engage on him and force flash or kill him? You could have started Q first. You can't start Q first on jungle Vi. You literally can't jungle. Like, Einstein, go in practice tool, start Q on Vi, and try jungling for me, okay, buddy? Like, killing him is... You would rather not kill him than take Vi Q first, I think.
Already, the ignite is down as aiming looks for the Q, the flash forward, and that's
I imagine he's just clear, yeah.
Well, you can see we're looking for a little bit of a knock-up already. The ignite is down as aiming looks for the Q, the
very, very disrespectful by Guma.
I imagine he's just clear, yeah.
Well, you can see
like very disrespectful from Guma not to flash this.
I imagine he's just clear, yeah.
Just flash it, man.
Well, you can see we're looking for a little bit of a knock-up already. The ignite is down as aiming looks for the Q, the flash forward, and Kellen grabs first blood in the bottom lane. They took last game personally.
And we see a Smite
is down as aiming look. Yeah,
like they're level 2. You're playing Varus Tom Kench. You are going to be pushed in on this wave. You see he's level 2. And you're first off, you're walking up. Like let's start there. You know he's level 2, and you know he's going to hit level 2, so you walk up to hit a minion, and then you don't flash. I mean, this is badly done.
Kellen grabs first blood in the bottom lane. They took last game personally.
And we see a smile on Aiming's face, and that's something that we haven't seen a lot in recent DK games. Really, really big win for them here. The Rakan picks up the kill. That is a little bit unfortunate, but this is the enemy AD carry still sitting on level 1.
Super disrespectful play.
On the CS as well, and they needed that because their jungler is really suffering due to the early invade, and Zeus really making his presence known. And it is a cannon wave, so Guma will be able to pick up most of the CS, but still going to...
I see you are right, Monty. I mean, yes, I'm perpetually right. How am I right this time, though? You'll have to be more specific. There's so much when I'm right that I can't narrow it down by you saying that.
Yeah, not actually opting to use that flash like you were talking about. Did get relatively close to getting himself out of the way. A lot was invested as Kellen making his way towards the mid lane once again as Faker. He's going to be snared. Not going to have to flash just yet though. Just not taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Faker not very impressed with the gank.
Yeah.
Walks it off. And interestingly enough, what we do see is that Lucid has been able to keep up pretty decently here with the farm. I think Owner's Pathing even with him zoning away Lucid, didn't actually get anything but drop, I think, on the top side. Kind of wonder what happened for him not to just take the entire top side. Might be able to see maybe later on his face can shine some light on that. But does mean that right now DK sitting at a nice early lead. We are seeing some struggles though for Kingen already early on in this matchup. And Owner looking for a potential play. No summons on Kellen here.
Full information over to T1, seeing Lucid move himself down towards this bottom side. Kellen under the turret. Looks like Owner is going to just continue the back, so not going to be diving just yet. Scaria just licking a minion there. And Amy and Kellen happy just to pick up the farm underneath the turret. They don't have the advantage in farm. As you can see, Gumushi did a fantastic job getting himself back into a lead in that regard. Also,
Kellen got level 2 in the bush out of vision. That doesn't, he knows when he's going to get level 2, guys. You know how many minions they've killed. Come on, any bot laner can count minions in the wave. Get out, get out.
And Carrier looks like he is not even.
Gumayushi didn't need to step up for that minion. Stupid. And he could have flashed too. Like, what? These are professional bot laners. They know when the other team's getting 2.
Really good. So those early levels you get through, and then Amy gets a free back, courtesy of Guma dying, and the call is going to naturally put him ahead. But not really anything game-breaking, and we are seeing Zay's showcase again his proficiency on this.
It's okay, Ice Bear. It's okay.
He's able to get off the Rel Classic, which is get all grubs at the same time, utilizing the Q. Looks like gonna completely get it as Lucid might take a peek here.
Yeah. Very close to pick up one of them. Isn't quite able to do so. So Owner gets all 3 grubs. Very nicely played.
Successful heist.
Indeed. Although it was in neutral territory, so we got a grand entrance here on the bottom side of the map. Let's focus on that for a second, as Carrier has been ignited and still looks somewhat unperturbed. But he might need to be a little bit, because that health bar is quite low. Aiming, throwing some feathers towards Gumushi. Doesn't have a lot of damage just yet. Dplus definitely playing so much better in this lane in comparison to last game. Any sort of snare. So Aiming and Kellen not going to find a kill.
Still going to be a window for DK. Is going to force Guma back, as well as Carrier. Might be an opportunity here for Aiming and
Kellen isn't playing his disastrous Pike this game, so Kellen has been a fine laner, guys. It's just his ability to shot call is non-existent. He's silent. And it's been kind of his play with his team that's been a little bit more suspect. Okay, Aiming's going to go try and get a plate and then come back for the recall. Yeah, very nice. That was very nice.
Still gets to make his way home.
I got a little bit worried that he wasn't going to.
He would miss his ride.
But they actually managed to avoid having their backs cancelled by Carrier earlier on by utilizing it, so I shouldn't have been silly. Third Q going to connect here from Zayas. And he's looking like he's just having the time of his life here in this lane right now. Going to find that Q as well, as Kingen able to dash away from the second one. But look at this.
Well, I know if it's always been like that since Season 1, Level 2, from the exact same amount of minions killed. I don't recall, honestly. I do not recall if it has always been that way. It has been that way for a very long time, though, but back to Season 1, I don't know.
Those chains, timing from Kingen a little bit off there.
Yeah, it didn't quite work, and all out would have felt pretty good in that. Sure that Kingen isn't allowed to walk towards this cannon minion.
Oh,
all out is going to
it's so beautiful.
Completely mitigated by the infernal chains.
Didn't even know it could do that.
Those chains, timing from Kingen a little bit off there.
Yeah, it didn't quite work, and all out would have felt pretty good in that particular moment right there, but unfortunately, doesn't quite work.
He's also itemized into specifically Bramble, right? So he really is itemizing for this lane, trying to get the most out of the early value. Obviously, Zayas, even with Aatrox doing mostly QRS, also still getting a decent amount of auto attacks in rather, but I think on the rest of the team, not necessarily going to get you too much, as we do have some aggression here, but I think either.
So certainly looking like a lot more of a game at this stage.
It is a game.
Yeah, 8.5 minutes into game number 1, and it was looking like T1 were running the show. This time around, Dplus a little bit more else here as Carrier going to be engaged on. Vault Breaker going to come in as well as Showmaker's making his way down. Gets the flash out from the Tom Kench, and that will be valuable. Targeting this guy is going to be important as Chains of Corruption going to come in there as Featherstorm comes down. Very aggressive move from aiming as Gumyushi gets the flash out from the Tom Kench, and that will
They're trying to
opt into finding something else here as Carrier going to be
Dplus is trying to push their advantage in the bot side before Carrier can get level 6. So maybe they can dive Gumyushi before Carrier hits 6. That's why a Chain of Corruption's coming out. Guma's worried about. Yeah. It's a nice job by Dplus, honestly.
Looking to try and save his bottom lane, and that is going to work out here as Faker reaps the rewards in mid.
And we do see there
Gets a plate too.
Maker making his way down towards the bot side of the map with Karma. The roam
Oh my god, they're gonna get
does end
plates
up
in mid and
working out,
top for this.
unfortunately, for
Not
AIM,
worth
they
it
were
all.
able to get the crash in early, not a cannon wave, so Showmaker is gonna have to pay for this. And they're not actually able to get a kill there. Area.
Carrier 6 now.
Another ignite is down as well, but only one feather does pass through. Battle Dance going to have to be utilized here by Kellen. Uses the second charge as well as aiming, just taking shot after shot. The flash is.
That's why they're playing aggressively, guys, because they have 6. Okay, nice ult from Owner.
The Rakan, but Lucid looking for his
Oh, he misses.
Doesn't work there from Kellen. The Carrier not going to go aggressive. There's the Mantra and Cuba Gumyushi sidestep. There as the Magnet Storm does pull back the Rakan, but Lucid looking for his opportunity. The flash forward doesn't work there from Kellen.
Lucid flash on this Q.
The Mantra and Cuba Gumyushi sidesteps. It's not going to be enough to keep him alive. Now Carrier, I think, knows his fate.
It's a nice turn from Dplus. I actually like the attempt here after they hit 6 in order to get these kills. I mean, Faker's just taking the mid lane turret to town, though.
In the 1v1, but at least Showmaker got that kill, and initially DK
So, you know, when you take enough plates in exchange for these kills, it's not actually that big of a deal to give them up. Right? Now he's gotten 3 plates, Faker.
Actually getting the kills towards the
It's also, he's managed to get another, like, 2 minion wave gold lead, so he's up 20 minions right now. So he's up, like, 3 waves and several plates, 3 plates.
Listen, after the last one, I'm just happy that we get to watch some actual League of Legends.
And Lucid actually looking to try and potentially pressure, but it looks like it's not going to happen. And Ona going for 6 out of 6.
And T1 is the scariest team in the world, I think, with 6 Void Grubs, guys. They are so good at maximizing.
It was okay. Could have been better. It could have.
At maximizing the value of these because their timings on their cross-map objectives, like, they just know exactly how far they can push it. It's very fun to watch.
And Carrier just sent it, I guess.
Yeah, this is one of those. I'm not sure if he was looking for the cancel. And
You know, what's interesting here is Faker starts to go bot, but then he gets called off.
So initially, it looks like everything is working out. They still have the ultimate as well. But the big difference maker here, obviously, is the fact that Showmaker is on his way. So Kellen extends the play, doesn't end up going down, and then even with the sidestep, the flash Q from Lucid there ensures that, although I think that Owner actually was able to catch that one, still gets him in position to take down the Varus, and then they ensure that aiming actually picks up the kill here.
They need aiming to get kills because he's their only source of damage.
Why we see Faker currently being up about 20 CS, but with the kill still going over to Showmaker, that about evens out if you don't calculate the plates, which is why the gold, even though it's 3 and 0, is still so even.
It is. It's only about 200 in favor of Dplus. And
Yeah, there it is. The gold lead's still in favor of Faker. It's all in the bot
like
lane.
It's because they've been investing a lot into this bottom lane. You can see that has equated to aiming and Kellen being a decent chunk ahead. But it also means that the rest of the map belongs to T1. And especially this top side where Zeus is starting to run away with the matchup, moving towards a 30 CS lead, which is kind of absurd on this Aatrox. Once a few more of these big tanky items, especially with the fact that Kingen is itemizing 4 lane, should mean that it's not going to be kill threat or anything like that. But still, if Zeus finds himself in a team fight and can run amok, it could be very dangerous times. We saw what Dudu did yesterday, and that was pretty ridiculous. As now Ona looking for an opportunity. They haven't started off this Drake, as now Kellen burning down. He's able to get himself out, and now Carrier looking for his opportunity. Tongue not going to find too much, though.
And I was about to say, this is a big test for DK, because I feel like they haven't really been able to find any team fight, not just in this game or last game, but in recent.
The problem here is if these Drake stacks get out of hand for T1, Dplus's like damage may never come online. All right, they need this Xayah to get to several items before they're going to have enough damage.
is going to
It's
come in.
risky, I think.
Teleport, but this Drake is just going to go.
Ocean. Oh, Ocean is so good. It's so good on Aatrox.
Showmaker looking to make his way over. Magnus Storm is the engage on top of him. The shockwave is fantastic, but not enough damage. And the rail's going to go down all out onto Carrier as Kingen looks to.
So the thing is, when you make these cross-map plays, if you're Dplus, you know, you use TP, but you're giving up plates in the top side, and you actually just don't even take the Drake. You know, so you lose objectives is the price of this. Because the TP is so late. It's so late. And they commit, what, 2 TPs to this? Kingen's TP is so late. Because he has to recall so he's not interrupted by Aatrox. And getting 1 kill is just not a good trade for a Drake and a plate. And especially if you can take the first turret, that's actually such a huge trade in favor of T1.
On the top side, your turret's going to fall. Like, Zeus is going to be up 40 CS as well as a full turret.
Jesus Christ. He got all 5 plates. This is a 575 gold. He's up 40 CS because there was a huge wave coming into that tower, right?
Yeah, that is a lot. It's Carrier. He's going to dive on over, gets himself a Featherstorm for his trouble. A bit more damage now coming out of aiming, but nothing really that Carrier is too worried about, especially as he's just going to go back as we'll see this one more time. I
think Kellen actually gets saved by the Magnet Storm here, which is very funny because it pulls him away from Goop.
Oh, true.
And as a result, the Rakan doesn't end up going down.
That's a good point by Chronicler. It could have actually just been an even kill trade, too.
Fred range, so he is not really too worried. They don't want to risk too much, but that does mean that.
And it was just the perfect timing, guys, because this was at like 13-15 into the game, right? So he clears the last plate with 23 seconds left on the plate timing. So it's just such a bad idea to make this trade from Dplus. And T1 is the best team in the world at cross-map punishing. You know, they are the best cross-mapping team. Used to be Gen G, guys, but Gen G doesn't have that shot calling anymore.
He is not really too worried. They don't want to risk too much, but that does mean that Zeus, if they can take him down, that'd be really good. If he gets a kill, though, even a single one would already be very much not worth.
You were talking about the fact that Dplus were pretty keen to flip the game in the last one. It looks like they are going for a different playstyle this time around.
So I take tier 1 and bot, but they trade that for Herald, which could actually mean mid lane turret. So again, it's a trade down from the gold that you get off of Herald, plus the gold off of a turret. Trading Herald for a turret, not worth if they can actually get a turret in return with Herald.
Sort of like strategy. As now Aiming and Zeus going to be fighting one another. There is the flash forward quickness there as well as Zeus in a bunch of trouble. Still does a fair bit of work and still is able to heal a lot.
So he knows Aiming doesn't have ult, which is why he's trying to make this play.
He will survive, and that means T1 with man advantage in mid will be able to
6 Void Grub's too strong. They don't even, so they get 1 turret for 1 turret, and they get Herald for free. That's the result of that play, because Zeus keeps them tied up in the bot side, so they can't move out of the lane. You know, ideally here, guys, you know what's interesting is, ideally here, they want to recall to try and save mid turret. But because Aatrox is here, interrupting the recall, he prevents them from recalling or from going into the mid lane, which allows his team to get mid turret for free. So he's just a bait. T1 too good, man. Too good.
Very nicely played in lane turret, and he didn't even have to invest a summoner. Okay, now he should be dead. Or at least have to flash, right? Well, he does. Yeah, there was a Vi there this time around. So cease and desist, making us look a bit silly. So finally punished. Yeah, there we go. We'll be taken down, and so that is bounty gold going on over here as well. Certainly good news. So Showmaker has his Malignance now completed. Redemption is done here for Kellen as well. Some items are starting to be strung together. For T1, they still have 2 dragons. It's an Ocean Soul, so not exactly the most valuable. But the fact that they're only down 200 gold still, love this. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, a bit of a heart monitor. This really is an indication as well of really, there hasn't been a significant gold lead for either team, right? Like the highest we've gotten is about 700. It just keeps going very slightly up, very slightly down. And yeah, we did see the pinks go down. DK did have a suspicion. And the reason why we haven't really made any grand statements yet is I do think both these compositions scale quite nicely when you look at what they're able to do in a team fight, right? If you look at, on one hand, you have
They
the
do?
line of DK. I think
Who
the
is going to
Ryan
do
is
damage
gonna
on
struggle in the later game
Dplus?
because Kench makes it really, really hard to play out. But if you have Cassante and Zaya, Rakan, like
How do you kill Varus unless Cassante can ult him?
there is a lot of power in
How do you
that.
kill
What
Varus?
I'm really worried
Like,
about
you can literally just Tahm Kench a Vild, or if Cassante gets close, you can Tahm Kench whoever is right next to Cassante, like whether it's Ori or Varus.
Aatrox and then maybe follow up with either an ultimate from Faker or something once the Featherstorm is down. That could be really hard to play out. Also want to see how DK uses the prio that Karma should provide you consistently to reliably get themselves...
Karma doesn't provide you prio in this situation, I don't think, because we're past the early part of the laning phase and Ori is fed. So
maybe bring us to a third game.
And his Rakan as he goes in once again. They're looking for Ona, who will get charmed by the quickness, and he looks to be going
So
to hop
I
onto
did
the
say that
Zion.
this is a pick comp, guys, and I think this is how Dplus has to play this, basically.
Once again,
They cannot fight
Ona, who will get
a straight up
charmed by the
front-to-back
quickness, and he
5v5,
looks
but they
to
can
go
isolate a
down.
target and
There we go.
CC it, you know.
Kill now, Peria.
You can vi ult into chains or get the Rakan knockup into Karma chains, chain the CC, pull back from feathers, right? The CC chaining on a single target's very easy. So I think that's the only way you play this is Dplus, but Faker has 6 Void Grub stacks and is in the cross map, so you trade a kill for a tier 2 turret.
Gets his ultimate forward. I wonder what the miscommunication was there, because Carrier did have Devour. So I don't know if he wanted to wait till the very end. Faker still not in the slightest impressed. Just continues to push.
He's going to keep pushing.
You're not going to get this inner turret. You need to actually take the dragon, and they've delayed that a significant amount. Someone needs to go back, or Faker is just going to get an in it. Yeah.
No, and he's just
Yeah, he has no reason to stop. Great call by Faker. Great call by Faker. He doesn't see the Drake announcement, so he knows he's either delaying Drake or he's pushing. They're going to give up an inhib turret. They have 6 Void Grubs. You have to respect this. This is what I mean. I came into this game saying that T1 is the best Void Grub, like 6-stack Void Grub team in the world, because they know the limits. It's such a good trade. Look at the timing on that. It's perfect. So good.
He's a minute ahead of the clock as well, as he is just going to distance himself away from Lucid. So it's going to, like, I mean, this money is still sitting in the pocket. It's just going to take him a little bit longer to spend it. Now he should have an opportunity.
As a result,
yeah, they're 1,000 gold up despite being 0-7 in terms of kills because the cross mapping has been better and Dplus is actually giving up advantages by trying to go for kills. It's a really good game, guys. It's a really good game by T1.
Actually really nicely done there by him. Carrier doesn't get to devour his buddy. And then this is just straight up a mistake from Carrier. Like they're on the ward.
Yeah.
I mean, he is trolling. He literally sees the ward in the brush.
Does end up going down. And you know, if you're really leaning, you might be like, no, that was the call. Carrier sacrifices himself, so we get the. I think he could have just stayed a little bit further back and achieved the same as Albatross coming in here.
Yep.
Response from DK.
Harold just going to wrap it around, and Ona, very nice driving there. Beautiful stuff. Keen will be able to deal with it, so the Herald is not going to take down the turret completely. Faker probably happy with that, wants to try and kill every single turret on the map by himself.
To split push Orianna the whole game.
Does have...
yeah, not even by taking turrets, just by doing a really good job.
The good thing for Dplus is that aiming is the richest person in the game, which he absolutely has to be for Dplus to have a chance to win, and he's already at 2 full items, so not terrible.
3 members of T1, the most important ones to have money. It is the dangerous part. And you mentioned it already, the fact that Dplus have been struggling with team fights. We just haven't really seen one. So gold, the on-hit Varus does do a lot of damage to Baron. Fair bit.
Chew for it, prize and focus. And now the question becomes, how do DK actually play around these objectives? Because we do see, I think, side lane shoved in. So they do need to be careful, as we have seen. T1 are not going to break. They're not going to fall.
22 minutes, still this turret up in mid lane. T1's doing an excellent job of preventing them from taking it, mostly just by providing side lane pressure, so Dplus can never actually push mid wave. Like, they just never have enough pressure to push this.
In the top lane. And that is because an Orianna just wandered down the lane the entire way and killing everything that was in front of her.
Mid is still standing as well, so there actually is a lot of safety here for T1.
It's actually really huge that their mid turret is still up right now.
He's very tanky right now on this rel. As Callan really wants to find that engage option. They have to respect the orb though. Faker is making sure that he's keeping them honest. Good control of vision around this area. As once again, Showmaker just finding some cues onto Ona over and over again. And Faker possibly isolated. As Kingan is going to walk himself up. There he is able to find him with a bit of the jump scare there, but they do just back away immediately. And you can see, oh, okay, Kumushi could be in trouble. There is a really nice chance of corruption to keep him safe. Kellen gets himself out of there as well. They are keeping
a little weird that he's flanking into a pink warded brush. He's kind of trolling, guys.
As Kingan is going to walk himself up. There he is able to find
he is face checking a dark brush, while the rest of his team is not there. Why are we doing a Varus flank? Why are we wasting our ult like that?
There is a really nice chance of corruption to keep him safe. Kellen gets himself out of there as well. They are keeping their health bars relatively high as Lucid lying in wait off on the side, wanting to stop an Aatrox flank angle potentially. As now they're looking for Faker. Shock.
Oh no.
They are keeping their health bars relatively high as Lucid lying in wait off on the side, wanting to stop an Aatrox flank angle potentially. Now they're looking for Faker. Shockwave is just used on top. Flank angle potentially. Now they're looking for Faker.
I assume he meant to Q first.
It's just used on top of his head.
I think he meant to Q R.
As Carrier devours him, and he's not going to be punished too
Whoops.
much for that one. As Zeus
Oh, the
slinks
Aatrox.
into the brush. Oh my goodness, they get the
Oh no.
The World Ender comes in, and now the Featherstorm is there for aiming. That'll keep him safe for now.
Doesn't matter though, because Zeus has got them all lined up. Lol. Zeus is on the perfect flank while they're all grouped up too. Oh god. Oh god.
He is just too big. And Ona able to jump in on top. It's a double kill for Faker as well. And somehow it's a clean ace. Be enough yet.
Flash ult but rooted? Possibly. Yeah. Let's watch again. So he pulls the W to him. No, he wasn't rooted yet. He wasn't rooted. He wasn't. He could have flashed. He could have flashed before he was rooted, I think.
Bit of a mistake there from the. Now they're looking for Faker. Shockwave. They wanted to stop an Aatrox flank angle potentially. Now they're looking for Faker. Shockwave.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
On top of his head. Bit of a mistake there from the goat. As Carrier devours him, and he's not going to be punished too much.
A little bit of an
for that
oopsie.
one as Zeus so low, and Lucid dives on. Oh my.
It's crazy though that they don't have Varus ult. Like, let's watch Kingan here, by the way. So Kingan is over on this side of the pit, and when this happens, he actually, as Dplus moves up, he himself moves into the cover of that brush. And because this is Ocean Soul, it's actually the extended brush, guys. So this is a bigger brush than normal because it's an Ocean Soul map. So he moves into a more advanced position. But even though they kind of used Devour, Shockwave, Chains of Corruption already, Zeus just has the perfect angle. And like, once this lethality Aatrox is in your back line, it's just over, man.
They get the knockup, but is it going to be enough? The answer is no. He is just too big. And Ona able to jump in on top. It's a double kill for Faker as well. And somehow, it's a clean ace.
And
is he just going to do the doo-doo flank angle thing that we saw yesterday?
Stacking of these ocean.
Now it's just Baron and Drake at the same time. Yep.
Going to shoot for this. There won't be any opportunity for Decay to really do anything against this. And this starts off so well, right? Because
So he is CC'd. He is CC'd during this. You can see the CC bar up here. So when did he get CC'd?
Mentioned of these ocean drakes, and they're gonna, and this starts off so well.
See, he's not CC'd when he starts the animation, though. He's not CC'd until after this goes off, so I'm not sure what he was trying to do.
As mentioned, there is no change for Guma.
He could have flashed before he was crowd controlled.
Himself, so doesn't actually...
I bet he meant to flash, though, because I don't think there was flash or ult onto aiming. So I think he meant to flash ult there. That's my guess. That's my guess. Is that he starts the ult animation intending to flash, but then maybe right as he's going to flash, he gets rooted? That seems likely. I think he gets CC'd right as he's intending to flash after starting the ult animation. That's my guess, guys.
And it just doesn't matter, right? Like they try to focus down this Aatrox. Luce doesn't hit the Q with ults, follows up with the ult immediately, but it just isn't enough. The moment Aatrox starts resetting, you're just not ever going to win that team fight. The backline of T1 is completely safe amidst all this. Aiming also doesn't actually get the perfect cooldown, right? Like you're looking ideally to really shred for the entire enemy team. But
that was unbelievable. It's a good redemption. Possibly a flank angle coming in here from Kellen as there's the quickness.
This change corruption.
Immediately Faker in relative safety. There's the shockwave as well. They're trying to keep themselves alive, and it's a good redemption.
Nice pullback.
Owner will be punished. So Dplus, they invest a whole lot of their health bars, but they are able to get at least one off the back of it.
And crucial there was no Aatrox. That was
Yeah, no Aatrox in that fight. It's a good engage. It's basically all you could ask for. Still going to lose a tier 2.
Will be able to find the Vault Breaker into Faker. Goes golden once again. Knock up, not going to work out there for Kellen as Carrier just walks it in menacingly. And
oh god, here's
this one happen. They managed to take
Zayas.
Once again, he gets himself
oh yeah, just two-shot aiming.
Damage in the universe, but the Cassante's doing down.
By far, you see here the flank from Lucid actually Lucid. I think just beginning of this fight, it really is only Zayas doing damage to the front. From this 3 levels up Aatrox, he's 100%.
In order to stop that Aatrox from really rolling over one space, and what T1 managed to pick up in that moment.
Don't skip the reaction. What reaction?
But doesn't want to risk it. Uses his flash to carry. Yushi unfortunately gets Cassante, and then Zayas does get kited out. Makes it look very, very close. Showmaker, if he doesn't dodge the chains from this 3 levels up Aatrox, he's 100% dead. But DK.
Where's the reaction?
To fight.
When they got wiped? Ugh, you guys.
Lucid
will be punished. So Dplus
cooldown, right? Like you look
not exactly what
oh, right there.
The entire enemy team.
Holy
but
shit!
Wasn't really an angle there because like, what do you do?
Yep, no translation needed for that one. That was not exactly what Dplus were aiming for.
Give him the old holy shit. That's hilarious.
In the last fight.
Yeah, the brush Aatrox truly was deadly.
Xena Flame comes out.
Does
earlier on. Maker. Owner getting himself.
All right, we're gonna play for Soul here for T1. Try the Vi engage onto Orianna. Orianna has Zhonya's back up again, and there you go. He just pops.
Okay, they're going for the angle here. His quickness into the back. Kellen just taking so many arrows, and Gumushi's going to lock that one down. Owner getting himself in there as Kerry gets the knock up onto aiming. Good feather pull, but Kerry is just keeping him out of the fight. Lucid now trying to be a frontline for him as they dive on in. Kerry gets a double knock up, and the flashes are now.
Oh god! All right.
Health King in one. And that may have just been
100 to Zerium, so he gets that as well.
It's crazy how Zeus makes Aatrox look like the most broken champ in the universe, but nobody else is this good on this champ.
Back off cooldown now as well. I wonder when the Rabadon's death cap's going to come off cooldown. I've always wondered what the active is for the death cap that just tends to come up sometimes on the spectator client.
Maybe you
can just put on the hat. Maybe that's what the cooldown is.
Put on the hat and grow the
And now they have Ocean Soul, so Aatrox is literally never going to die, ever in a million years.
Dplus can actually get themselves over to this Baron. T1 are going to back away though. Just opting in.
As mentioned, helped out.
Which means that, especially when
Most likely in the brush. Over the wall.
Classic T1 Sneak Baron incoming.
Getting to his 4th item. Maybe if Showmaker can finish
Yep.
another, that would be something as
yeah, there's
Right over the wall. Classic.
T1 are going to be able to lock that one down. I don't think realistically DK had very many opportunities.
T1 red side Barons, guys. So OP. They are so good at doing this from red side. The T1 over the wall Baron is just such a specialization at this point in time.
And Zeus already getting to work on that top lane. 10, at least
subscription
yeah,
model
these
nowadays,
days, subscription models. Anyway, Dplus going to try to convince Owner to leave the area, but instead, DK.
We are looking for here.
His position relatively early. Not going to be an opportunity for Dplus to flip anything, right? If the teleport was down, maybe you'd think you'd have a bit of extra time.
Gotta find a miracle here, Atlas.
They gotta pull the trigger because this Elder is going down extraordinarily low, and there is Zeus.
Actually, really surprised this went to Elder Drake.
Dplus, you're gonna have to try and pull the trigger. They're not gonna be able to take it, and there's the flash.
Flash Chain of Corruption.
The chains of corruption.
Flash Tongue.
The tongue lash onto Showmaker. They're trying their very best.
Flash Engage.
Owner a little bit early on the Magnet Storm, as now the cease and desist is going to come through on Agumiyushi, but Lucid is just going to burn.
All right. Surely that's it, right?
Faker here who does manage to Zonya's. There's the Devour though. And aiming, trying to just keep Zeus at arm's length. He might be. This inhibitor's going to go down off of him. There goes Kevin.
All right, finally. Wow, really good game from T1, guys. This is a nice palate cleanser to end the night. Compared to that last game. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff.